can't with a baby in a hoodie and sweatpants. My sweet baby. This is my life. I'm forever holding baby things now, and I forget about them, and then they're in my pocket. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm finally filming newborn essentials. A lot of you already know, but I'm just going to catch some of my new followers up to speed, and if this is the first video you're watching of mine. So I had my daughter August 9th. Yes, gave birth, was pregnant during the pandemic. It was something else. But I have to say, as stressful as that time was, some of the peace and relaxation that I would get would be watching videos like this. I'd have my big belly and I'd make a smoothie that was like this big, and I'd lay in bed and watch newborn essentials. And I watched so many. And I would be watching the video, and then on my phone I'd be doing research on each product, and then I'd open up a folder and I would just start saving things and adding to my registry. And that's really how I built my registry. I have a video on this. I have a whole pregnancy series, so I will leave that down below. Being a first-time mom and kind of like the first out of all of my friends to have a baby, I didn't really know what I definitely needed. Do you know what I mean? I was so scared to bring her home and be like, oh my gosh, I wish we had this, or I wish we had that. And I just want to say, just to put your mind at ease, Amazon Prime, Target pickup, like there's all sorts of things. If you don't have something that you think you need, you can get it super fast. I made my list of notes on my phone, and I did want to wait until my daughter was 4 months just because I wanted to really make this video things you actually need. You will see me use other things in my stories, and you'll see me use other things in my videos and things like this boppy. I'm not going to be mentioning things like that in this video because this is just the newborn stage. So from when you bring them home, the first month, the second month, a little bit of the third month, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get started. The first one is PJs. So my two favorite PJs that we used non-stop out of everything we got are Carter's and Kite Baby. So Kite Baby is a little bit more expensive, so if you're looking more for the budget option than Carter's, what I like about both of these is that they have the reverse zip. The reverse zip is game changer. Reverse zip is that the zip start from the feet and then they zip up, and it's so nice, especially as a newborn, because their feet are flying and going everywhere and they're scared. And in the beginning, diaper changes were really dramatic for Violet. Like, she would cry, and it was scary for me and my husband because it was the first time either one of us has changed a diaper, so it was just like, it would give me anxiety. That only lasted like the first couple weeks, and then she started being fine with diaper changes. And now at 4 months, she literally laughs every time we change her diaper. I don't know why, but it makes her laugh. We had so many pajamas that we didn't even do laundry like the first month she came home. So everyone talks about the baby laundry. Oh my God, there's so much baby laundry. Literally, we had so many pajamas, and I think that that was really helpful for us. And this is my other tip. I just let her be comfy as a newborn. Now I get fun dressing her up, and she dresses up in her little sweatpants and her joggers like you saw today, or she'll wear a romper or something. But when they're a newborn, they're so little and fragile that I just really enjoyed keeping her in PJs, just keeping it simple, keeping her cozy. And I have to say, the Kite pajamas are buttery soft. Even now at 4 months, that's what she's mostly wearing. The next must-have for us is pacis and paci clips. So if you decide you're going to use a pacifier, you definitely need pacifier clips. This is essential because they're going to fall out of their mouth, and they don't have the coordination yet to just like keep it there and hold it and, hey mom, look what I got. Like, they're newborns. So the paci clip just keeps everything sanitary and nice because it's not constantly dropping on the floor. And people always ask me, did we give her a pacifier right away? Did we give it right when she came home from the hospital, or did we wait a month? I have to say, me and my husband are super chill parents. Maybe we're not your typical first time parents, I don't know. But yeah, some people said there was gonna be nipple confusion with breastfeeding because I am exclusively breastfeeding. And yeah, I kind of did my research. I did like a few Google searches, and a lot of doctors said that that's not really a thing, and I just went with it. But I can see how there could be issues as well. There wasn't for us though. I actually brought the pacifier to the hospital, and she sucked it on the car ride home when we first brought her home, and it just made her feel a little bit more comfortable. And as far as what pacifiers to go with, I would get a couple from Target or Amazon or wherever, and I would just see which ones they like. So the first month she had no preference. She just took any pacifier, and then by month 2 she was like, I'm picky now. And Target has a bunch of cute clips. Etsy has a bunch of cute clips. I'll leave some of my favorite clips down below. So the next one is more for if you're going to be breastfeeding, but what I used consistently every single day, multiple times a day when Violet first came home, was a Hako. So a Hako basically just goes on your boob when you're breastfeeding. So she'll be feeding on this side, for example. I just came home with so much milk. Like my shirt was covered in milk. When I was at the hospital, they had a bunch of nurses come into my room and they were like, "You're the liquid gold girl. We want to see how much liquid gold is coming out." And I was like, what? We hand expressed some colostrum and I was just like filling little jars of it, and the nurse couldn't believe it. I actually still have colostrum. I have bags of it in my freezer so that if she ever gets sick, people told me to just keep it, just because I had so much, so I still have it. That being said, with being an overproducer, and even if you're not, the Hako is amazing because it's just a way to start making bottles quickly or start building a freezer stash without actually pumping or doing any extra work, because the Hako will suction to your boob, and as your baby is feeding, it sort of lets down. So now that I'm at 4 months, the Hako probably wouldn't help as much. I stopped using it after 3 months. That's basically how I built my entire freezer stash, was from the Hako, not even using an electric pump. And the bottles we ended up going with are the little glass Advent bottles. So I originally got the Dr. Brown's bottles that are like really big and they're glass. I looked at all the parts, and when I was still pregnant before she even came, and I looked at all the parts and I was like, there's no way I'm cleaning all of this. I ended up finding these little short fat glass bottles and I really like them, and we're still using them for breast milk bottles. Yeah, we got those for when she was a newborn and my husband would take turns feeding her with the stash that I was building, and we really enjoyed those bottles, and like I said, we're still enjoying them. Bathtub, and then for a bath wash we use the Honest bath wash, and then just get any kind of cream. I swear I used cream on her the first week she came home because she was very peely from coming out of me, and then we have not really used lotion since. She doesn't really need lotion. She doesn't have any eczema. I thought, like, sometimes you hear babies get dry skin and this and that, but she just doesn't. She has really soft, smooth skin, so I thought, why mess with it? And I think at this point I would use coconut oil on her body instead of cream. And then the body wash, we're still using the same body wash from when she was born. So just get one body wash, get unscented, and you're just gonna use that the whole time. Don't get crazy with like a million different things. You're not gonna use it. Okay, for sleeping, we do have the Snoo, and I know that that's an expensive product. You can rent it, so if you're thinking like, okay, I want to just rent it, I would recommend that, because the first, she's still in the Snoo actually, and she's 4 months. I have to say, and I always feel bad saying this, but she was a great newborn. Like, I did not have the sleepless newborn nights that people tried to scare me with or talk about. The minute we brought her home, she was sleeping 4 hours straight at night. She'd wake up once and then go right back to sleep, and that was her. So we only woke up once. I actually was joking around, but it was true. I got more sleep in the newborn stage than I did the end of pregnancy, because the end of pregnancy I was in so much pain and I could not get comfortable in bed or anything like that. So I don't know if it was because we had the Snoo and she felt really confined, and just, it swaddles them as well. That's what I like about the Snoo. It's all of the things. It's a sound machine, so you don't even need a sound machine because it's like playing like the sound that the babies hear in the womb, and it swaddles them in, so you don't need to buy swaddles either. And it's just a really nice product. Her Burp cloths are my favorite. We went with the copper and pearl birth cloths. Somebody on YouTube recommended these and I just got a bunch. I have a lot of fun patterns. I have some pink peach ones you guys always see on my stories. They're just like really thick. Like the copper and pearl Burp cloths are the best. People told me Burt's Bees ones, and those ones are really thin. They're okay. Once you've had this though, you're like, I need this. Okay, so now for the stroller and car seat. So we went with the UPPAbaby stroller and the UPPAbaby car seat, and I love that car seat and I love that stroller. And then when Violet was around 2 months, Mom Push sent me their stroller, and it's basically a very similar stroller to the UPPAbaby, but like a fraction of the price. It is, the UPPAbaby is very expensive, and then the Mom Push is a lot more affordable. So those would be the two strollers I would do your research on. They're the only two strollers I've used. Since I have both, I am using both. I'll keep the Mom Push by the front door, and then we keep the UPPAbaby in the trunk with her car seat, so that when we're out and about and out at restaurants or going out for dinner or going to the grocery store, we already have the base, and then we just clip her car seat into it. But when we're strolling and going on walks in our neighborhood, and you guys know I do so many walks, that's really how I lost a lot of weight after giving birth, and that's how I stayed fit during my pregnancy, is going on so many walks. And we use the Mom Push, and she loves that stroller. Do your research on strollers. There's so many. There's jogger strollers. I don't jog, so something like that wouldn't be useful for me. There's hiking strollers. There's literally so many. So I would just get one that's fits your budget and fits your lifestyle. I wouldn't like get too crazy with it. Okay, so this brings me to, this is my top must-have. Anybody I know that I'm going to be getting them a baby gift, this is what I'm getting them, and it's this specific swing. The swing is like, and a lot of you have pointed out that when I was pregnant, I made fun of this swing because I was like, it's so big, it's bulky, it's taking up space in my living room. And now it's like my favorite baby product. We still use it at 4 months. This is how you're gonna get things done. If you wanna do dishes, I worried about that, guys. When I was pregnant and had not been around babies, I'm like, how do moms do anything? Like, how can you know, just fold your laundry or do the laundry? Like, what do you do with them when they're like so little and fragile? So this one plays music, it rocks them. And why Violet really likes it and doesn't like other swings is because it has the thing that goes around, and she just watches that. And especially now at 4 months, sometimes it makes her laugh, which is really funny. Even now, that's how we get our work done. Now that she's 4 months and wants to be entertained a little bit more, and if she's had like enough of mom and dad time, or if like we just have to do work, she will sit in her swing and she's just so entertained by it. So that was like my biggest newborn hack, was the swing. She just sat in that swing all the time, and she's cozy in there, and you can put a little blanket on them. Everyone needs a swing. When they're crying and you can't get them to stop crying, and you've done everything, you fed them, you cuddled them, and they're just screaming, the swing. Another thing for hanging out is the Boppy Lounger. So not this Boppy. This Boppy is really great when they get older because she kind of just like sits in it now that she can lift her head. But the Boppy Lounger, we still actually use it, and we put it on the couch, and when we'd be watching TV or eating dinner, she'd be sitting there with us. She loves to hang out. She's been like that since she was a newborn. The Boppy Lounger is great because it's just like the perfect pillow for them, just like they're just like plopped as newborns. This one I put a star next to. I feel like this would be a great gift. You don't need this as a newborn, but I really enjoyed it, and it was her tummy time mat.
Oh my god. What do you think of that, Harper?
We're enjoying it a lot more now. You will see it in my stories. Like, we use it every single morning. That's actually how we start our morning. Me and my husband make a latte, and then we play on her tummy time mat. But when she was a newborn, I feel like her rug in her room is really soft. I feel like you could just put them on that or a blanket. You don't need to get a tummy time mat. This is our favorite. Okay, everyone asks me about diapers, wipes, what do we use? And I feel like, I know it's annoying when you're a new mom and you just want to know, but I feel like you have to find what works for you. So we started with Honest diapers, and we use those for 4 months, occasionally using other ones. So sometimes we'd use Huggies, sometimes we use Pampers, but for the most part it was always Honest. The reason why we would use a couple others is we got a lot of gifts. Honest has the cutest prints, so I love them. But now at 4 months, the Pampers are working out better. They're just like catching everything. And then for wipes, we use water wipes, and we use Honest wipes. The Honest wipes we use are fragrance free, and I think they're Honest water wipes as well. But I like the Honest wipes better because there's like texture to them, and you could grip, so you could really like scoop the poop. The next thing I have on here is baby detergent. So we use the Honest baby detergent. It smells like nothing, fragrance free, and that's what I'm still using for her clothes. And then the last two things I have on here, it's very minimal. I feel like this list, I feel like I did good. One is her sound machine. So I do have the Hatch sound machine, and it's great because you just tap it, so it turns on. You hear all the different sounds. This one's our favorite. Me and my husband love this. We love the rain sound, I think, more than her because she has her snoo. You don't need that, but it's nice to have the nightlight. When they're a newborn, they do have to wake up for diaper changes. Now she doesn't have to. She can sleep through the night. But as a newborn, she would poop. The nightlight was great because it was enough for us to see, but not enough to wake her up and get her into like a weird sleep schedule. And the last thing, and I think this would be a great gift, are baby blankets. So not swaddles, but like fuzzy blankets. And a couple of my friends got me ones with her names on them, and I thought that's such a nice gift, and we use her blanket all the time. She loves like holding her blanket, being near her blanket, sitting on the couch, hanging out with us, and she always loves to be covered with a blanket. It makes her feel very cozy and comforted, and for us this is an essential. And not like, you could say like, oh, you could just use one of your blankets at home, but then they're so big. Like these baby blankets are like the perfect square for their little bodies. And it's also nice because they always smell like her. Like even when I wash them, they still smell like her, and those are gonna be her blankets forever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Congratulations to all my new mamas watching this video. If you're pregnant, if you're in the last month, or you just found out you're pregnant, I loved watching these videos. It was such a special, fun time, and I think if I ever click on one, it'll just bring me right back to that time of my big belly with my big smoothie, just being cozy at the end of the day when I'd be done working. That's what I would love to do. It's just make my list for my little girl and just nest. Nesting is so much fun, and I feel like it's the most fun with your first baby, because now if we ever do have a second one, I've already have everything. You're getting hand-me-downs, okay? All right, have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.